House Watchers. Welcome to your timeless, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract read part 1 with an extended. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Venus in Libra, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, almost 25 years in service at the time of this timeless recording. I am the author of Words of Grace. From a professional witch, there is a Kindle version of it available. There's a link in the description box, and you can click that link and preview the first chunk of it for free and catch a little flavor of some of the prayers, practices, and principles that have kept me in business this long, as well as even before I started the work of all of this. And they're in chakra chapters, and there are chakras involved in this reading, so it might be helpful. So click the link if you want to preview it for free. And if you're down in my description box, do check out my Patreon, the coolest thing I have ever done as a spiritual teacher, a professional witch, a professional intuitive. I've been reading tarot since I am 12 years old. I will be 55 this year. Yeah, I know I don't look at things. Nothing like a little Libra magic goes a long way. And over there on Patreon, we have 8 levels of subscribers. At the time of this recording, Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddess is one tier. It's the top tier. They get everything. But all of my subscribers get the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s. There's VIMEO on demand as well. There's a link down there for that. But all of my subscribers get them all, past, present, and futures. Every one that I have done is timeless. They're all relationship based, so I love that they get to see that if they so choose, as well as they get me every morning. They chat with me with an unlisted YouTube live stream link and what we call the daily check-in, chatting about the day's astrological weather, usually the lunar, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. It's my favorite way to start the day. I do it from the couch with a cup of coffee, usually in my bathrobe, streaming from the laptop. I love it. It's so much fun. We're building a lovely community and doing a lot of cool stuff there. So if you want, go check the menu, right? Click the link, check it out. And if you really feel called, come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. You can call me Mal. And my guides, like at 2 a.m. this morning, said, a good way to explain what you mean by the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, explain to them that your higher self is part of Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons, and it's written in your birth name. I was like, that's a good way to say it, ain't it? Yeah. So anyway, let's get down to business. Just thought I'd share that. I was like, oh, so simple. Thank you. So that means everybody is a higher self, so everybody has an archangelic lineage, so to speak. So let's get down to business. That might come in handy for this reading for some reason. Part 1 here of a contract read, a sacred contract read, a soulmate contract read. There are so many links in the description box, videos talking about twin flames and soulmates and true love and all that stuff. But since I was raised by a lawyer, my mother divorced my father and married her divorce lawyer. Smart move, mom. So I was raised with contract law pretty much. So we're going to look at just like that. Party number 1 on this side, party number 2 on this side, and state of the contract, the clause in the contract, the chapter of the novel, the song on the album, the scene in the movie that it is. Now, all soulmate contracts, regardless of how they appear, are helping each other heal. You help each other heal through the quantum entanglement of the very contract you agreed to before you came in, right? Lifetime after lifetime. So these are the romantic ones. Yes, of course you can have a soulmate with a family member, a friend, anyone. But even if you haven't met yet, the more you heal yourself, the more you are helping the other one heal because of that quantum entanglement, therefore manifesting a happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate partner, little by little by little over a period of time, so that you're ready for it, so that they're ready for it, and there's a higher plan in play. Because imagine what would happen if more and more of that happened. We have not had that many happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, sexual, satisfying soulmate contracts on this planet in all of history. There might have been a couple here and there, but imagine that becoming more possible, more available, and that's why as one of us heals, all of us heal. So think of what that would do for the planet, right? So that's what these readings are about. They are general reads. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. The extendeds are juggernauts. The one I did yesterday for Virgo was like an hour. So I'm psyched to do this. I'm like I said, Venus and Mercury myself. I can no longer pull myself away from the readings or not take them personally when they're smacking me in the third eye. So let's see if we can have some fun with this. This is something that we've been working on for lifetimes with these souls. Please take a nice deep breath. Because this shift from all that explanation that I have to do to the divination that I was born to do happens in the still point, the center of the scales. One more time, please take a nice deep breath. Oh, still point. And here we go. That was easy. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, maybe even given this reading, I need 3 of these, 3 Caroline Myss archetype cards indicating the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for party number 1 and party number 2, and state of the contract, which will be turned over. The first card we turn over in the extended, so I won't even know what's going on, what chapter we're in. So please, what do you got for party number 1 in this Libra collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, Crosswatcher, Timeless Romantic Soulmate read. Party number 2, Timeless Romantic Soulmate read for the Libras, and state of the contract, track on the album, scene in the movie, chapter in the book for this Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, VIDS, happy, healthy, soulmate contract read. Let's see. These 2 we get to see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. We've got the Prince archetype for party number 1, and we've got the Alchemist for party number 2. The reason why I laugh is because I have read Sacred Contracts. I read it when it was in hardcover back in the 90s. I know my archetypes pretty much for my Chronos, lifetime, Kairos, season, and cosmic, if you will, which is for reasons that come and go as needed. And I have the Prince right there in the sign of Libra, of all places. Now, written on these, we'll talk about the Alchemist. I can relate to this one too, and that's the thing. It's a general read. There can be mirroring in soulmate contracts big time, so hear me out. Written on the bottom of the card is the shadow attribute. Written at the top is the light attribute. I consider that to be lead and gold. The language of spiritual alchemy, 3 atoms in between lead and gold that must be released, transformed. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed, but that's alchemy for you. So the Prince archetype in the shadow, using power for self-aggrandizement. Of course I did it. I lived through the 80s. There were no cell phone cameras. I got away with a lot, right? It's puffing yourself up. Now, it is a masculine family archetype, but anyone can have the Prince archetype for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The gold we are shooting for here is romantic charm and potential for power. I am a prince in my family. I am the 3rd prince. There are literally 3. I have a sister too, but like 2 older brothers and me, right? So the 3rd prince always becomes, it's ancient mythology, archetypally, but romantic charm and potential for power. So this is why it's hard for me to keep myself out of the readings when this is the first card I turn over. Party number 2, the Alchemist, a divine and or wisdom family archetype. There are certain archetypes that straddle 2 families of the 9 different families. The Alchemist in the lead is a nightmare, but I've done it. Misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. I've done that. Yeah, a more lead side of the alchemy, but that's why I'm so fluent in the language of spiritual alchemy. I have this one. The light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. The potential on this is huge in this contract for something really healthy, really golden, but everyone has free will. We can delay what can't be prevented, and that's why we keep coming back over and over and over and over to try and get this romantic stuff kind of squared away a little bit. Some people have done it. Blessed be. I'm not there. But I'm willing to see. And that Virgo read yesterday like smacked me so hard. I'm Virgo sun sign. So let's do this. We're going to do 2 element spreads. Fire, earth, air, water, spirit. We're going to do daughters of the moon on this side. The feminine energy, the internal stuff. Heart, throat, third eye, crown chakra. This is what's hovering in the 8th chakra for each of you. Sending down the codes, what you attract and what you repel in each chakra, right? So that you have the opportunity to do the alchemy. So we'll get heart, third eye, crown, fire, earth, air, water, spirit there. We'll be using the mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy, the yang stuff, relationships in the physical world. Here, fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. And in the extended, the first thing we do is we see what clause we're in, and then we flip the deck so you get the full chakra spectrum. You'll say if you're new. It's fun. I love these reads. I forget how much I love them. Let's tune in. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Libra, powers of the East, please, beloved goddesses of cardinal air, creative air, Libra, 7th house dynamic, please. 5 cards, element spread face down for party number 1 with the Prince archetype in this soulmate contract. Read what's going on in their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire, heart, third eye, crown. What do they got in their element of earth? Perhaps the wisdom, but the fuel to feed the fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire in this contract. Element of air, what are they thinking about it? That one popped right out. Element of water, what are they feeling about it? I bet they think and feel very clearly about where they are, at least. And in the card of spirit, the point of view of the soul that incarnated to play the role of party number 1 with the Prince archetype in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, soulmate contract read. I try doing these every day. The Alchemist, right? Party number 2. Let's get lower 3 chakra dynamic, and then we'll flip them over. They're face down. We'll flip them over element by element. Compare and contrast. Please take a nice deep breath. Ooh. Still point. As I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Libra, powers of the East, beloved, gorgeous gods of cardinal, creative air, sign of Libra, 7th house dynamic partnerships and romance and all that cool Venus-driven stuff. What do you got for us? 5 cards down, element spread, fire, earth, air, water, spirit, for party number 2 with the Alchemist archetype. It's hard to say. In the 8th, what's going on? Their element, that's 2 cards. What's going on? What's their element of fire? What they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire in this contract? Their element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire that they already have. Their element of air, what they're thinking about this contract. Their element of water, what they're feeling about this contract. And spirit, the point of view of the soul that incarnated to play the role of party number 2 with the Alchemist in the 8th chakra, in relationship to this party number 1 with the Prince and this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract read. Let's start flipping, shall we? Element of fire. Okay. Party number 1, the Prince has the 10 of flames, the Hora. Now, if you've never been to a bar mitzvah, a bat mitzvah, a Jewish wedding, it is a dance of celebration. It is a dance of completion, a rite of passage completed, right? Bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah. You can translate that into anything, but it is a dance of celebration, very different than what we're used to seeing in, let's say, the 10 of Wands in Rider-Waite-based traditional tarot and variations therein. So what they want is to complete this cycle of fire in a way that I gotta say is worthy of that desire. Here on this side, however, the Alchemist has the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups can, and I wouldn't say it's delusional, that would kind of be more element of air than mind. No, this is emotional. Lots of emotional options here. They got to feel this one out. Maybe cloudy and a little, I don't know what that word is. What is that word? Like that, right? Amorphous. Like, can't quite put words to it. But element of fire is usually about willpower, choices, and decisions. So they got to pick one of them, right? They have some options here. So perhaps what they want is to have more options, perhaps see what those options are, because here is Aphrodite given a mission to her already daughter-in-law Psyche, which is the Greek word for butterfly and soul, in order to gain her approval so that she's already married to her son Eros. No, she's got to go run some errands if she wants her approval. And by the way, Ten of Cups is gorgeous. She does it. Yeah, there's a bit of a quest feeling here. But, the Alchemist, just that there's a spiritual practice on this side of it, right, really speaks well for what's going on here, that they might want to do this wisely. Element of Earth, what do y'all got? Okay. Oh, well, on the inside, party number one with the Prince has the Two of Flames on the not a card of indecision, but a card of juggling. Well, I know what I want, but do I want to do it this way or do I want to do it that way? Juggling fire. Mahueha, volcano, a fire goddess, definitely throat chakra here. They're chewing on it. Now, they want the 10. They got the 2. It's a matter of taking the journey. Here, we got the 2 of Swords. So, a numerological double whammy, back and forth in the mind. Back and forth in the mind. Good old 2 of Swords. There may be some analysis going on here. There might even be some conversations, like 2 people communicating here. And air and fire, complementary elements here in the element of Earth. It feels good. There's some simpatico. These 2 might already be in relationship consciously, like in the same time and space with each other. So it feels like there's a nice interplay here. But where this one kind of wants to close the deal, right, at least that element of fire, it's like, freaking kiss me already or whatever. Or let's complete this part of it and maybe formalize this, considering the horror there. But with the 7 of Cups, I'm like, well, yeah, makes sense. Element of air, what are they thinking about? 2 of Cups on this side. Like, I love you! And 2 of Cups kind of love that attraction. Heart chakra, the whirlpool, slowly being drawn together. 2 cups, right? Coming together and speaks for itself. Now, I would say heart, third eye crown. Oh, and it's another 2, so there's a choice there as well. Over here, however, they're not letting on. They're not letting on at all. I forget what I said about communication coming from this side. It's the Scorpio card. The Scorpio card of the Queen of Cups, fixed water. Oh, the feelings are there. If this is you on this side, pay attention to your second chakra intuition. It will give you yes or no answers if you learn the language of it. Mine goes like this. When it's a no, my second chakra wants to leave my body out the back door. But if it's in, it goes, yeah. So they're not talking. They're not talking, and I get it. They're chewing on this mentally. But there doesn't mean there's not some level of conversation. This could be 2 people who just met. Or, again, general read scenarios. Maybe they've danced together before. Maybe they've been together all along. I don't know. That's why we have extended reads. Element of water here, let's see. Oh. Are all the 2s on the table? 1. Have fire. No earth. But we do have air and water. But over here for the element of water, we'll get there. We've got the good old-fashioned 8 of Cups, withdrawal. Emotionally going in, not walking away from. I know, we all hear that, and I get it. It's right or wait, going in the opposite direction. But in this deck, it's not so much. It's a woman who rowed a boat while carrying a torch. How do you do that? to an island, following a trail of cups into a cave. The 8 of Cups in order to find the 9th cup within, the self-love, that internal heart chakra stuff. So there is a bit of emotional withdrawal here, but they're thinking about the 2 of Cups. So I get it. The Prince, this potential for emotional healing and power on this side, but they're chewing on it, which is smart, which is just smart. Until you know what to do, chew. Oh, someone put that on a t-shirt and give me credit for it. Anything that helps pay the bills, darlings. All right. On this side, 2 of Wands. This could be your, no, but it is a double whammy. It is a double whammy. 2 of Wands, 2 of Flames here. So on the outside, looking in at this one is kind of what I'm getting here. It is 2 of Wands, or they are looking out at this one, seeing perhaps that indecision. But it is a choice. A minor arcana for me are usually not so life-changing, right? They're the things we have to deal with in life. This is Jason of Jason and the Argonauts with 2 wands outside the cave of Chiron, the wounded healer, the teacher of heroes. Hercules, he taught a lot of them as to whether or not he is going to accept the quest for the golden fleece as issued by Zeus in the Ace of Wands in this tarot deck. So again, outside in, inside out could be mutual here, particularly if they're kind of taking the deeper dive emotionally on this side. That emotionally, and it would make sense. It would make sense. This is them from the outside looking in, because this is, and it's like, I don't know. I think they know what they want. I just don't think they know quite a way of going about it in the physical world. And so, Queen of Cups mums the word, it seems. The card of Spirit, point of view of the soul. Ooh, interesting. 5 of Pentacles on the inner speaks of a shift in wisdom, a seismic shift in wisdom. It's not really that being left out in the cold necessarily. Could be, but it's internal. So the soul is saying over here, things are going to change very, very fast. And they're going to change very, very fast on the inside. There is some wisdom to be gained from this that is going to move them through this very fast change, right? 5s are numbers of change. An earthquake doesn't last very long, but it builds up over a long period of time, and it just does that all at once, right? Here, we've got the Page of Wands. Now, to me, the Page of Wands is not a person necessarily, but things like messages. So this could be sexting. This could be, I like you. Now, that might be the soul saying, just let him know. Just let him know. Be cool about it. But they're like, oh, I don't know yet. I feel it, but I don't think I can. So there is some alchemy obviously being done on both sides. That's how this soul contract stuff works. From what I've been led to understand through my own personal experience in relationships, particularly the romantic ones, you really can't force the other one to do something they're not ready to do or don't want to do. But you do you. You do your alchemy. You help us all heal, but particularly them in this case. Okie dokie. All the tarot is on the table. You got 3 more cards to go before we jump over to the extended. And 2 of those cards are going to be Angela Hartfield's Whispers of Love. The voices of the higher selves. The higher selves in this collective, higher selves in this collective. Just to give you a little clue, a little tip, a little hint, a little whisper of love. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, please, beloved higher selves, what is the whisper of love for party number 1 with the Prince archetype in this soulmate contract? And what is the whisper of love for party number 2? We'll keep shuffling. What is the whisper of love for party number 2 with the Alchemist archetype in this Libra collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Oh, I get it. 7 of Cups, 2 of Wands, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, soulmate, contract, read. They made me really work for that one, but I bet it's the right one. Consider your foundation. Perfect. Consider your foundation, party number 1 with the Prince archetype. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love. There's the commitment, or at least the fulfillment that you want, but getting there. A lot of 2s, a lot of chewing, and with that 8 of Cups emotionally, it's probably a very wise move. It's like, how do we really feel? Like, what's at the heart of the matter here? Don Henley. On this side, be authentic to who you are. Party number 2 with the Alchemist. You're being asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. And that's why in the extendeds, getting the heartthrob crown on that side, I'm looking forward to. Because I'm feeling, if I'm anything, I'm on this side. So consider your foundation, party number 1. Be authentic to who you are, party number 2. Don't I sound like a lawyer? Okay, last card down, because, you know, it's me doing the reading. So, you know, it just has to be. A Macon Healing Mantra card. Caroline Mace archetype deck and the Macon Healing Mantra deck are not divination. They are healing systems. And there are so many of them that people go back and forth with like that. So just do the mantra. It doesn't matter which side of this you are on. It is here to help you heal and help them heal and help all of us heal. Please take a nice deep breath. Isn't it cool holographic unity is a thing? He said with a question mark. Mark, still point. And here we go. I call upon the ascended masters of romantic, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract reads, and that's got to be some kind of law firm up there. Oh, beloved ones of soulmate contract reads, the romantic variety, that's got to be just a hot, steamy part of the library, the Akashic Records library. What do you got for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross-Watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, helping them alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their fear to love, their illusion to truth, their wounds to just wonderful, their perdition to paradise, their hell to heaven in this timeless romantic soulmate contract read. Wow, really, the tarot came out without a problem. It's the oracles that the divines having fun with. So what do you got for us for this timeless romantic soulmate contract read? Cross your fingers. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Role play? Ooh, oh dear. Oh, hello, nurse. Creating cooperation. Now, talk about creating reality. These two cooperate. Like I said, a prince with all that potential for power and romance, and an alchemist that if they know what they're doing, unbelievable. That these two cooperating together just creatively could be amazing. But remember, sexual energy and creative energy are the same thing. Just which chakra they hitting in any given moment. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Sweetie darling. When cooperation is created, the unity of all is access to accomplish more in one moment than any one person can do alone. Talk about healing the world right there. As a creator of cooperation, you are giving others the right to contribute, which only broadens the effect of collective expression. Once cooperation is created, all facades of competition melt away, allowing each individual to feel a renewed depth of self-worth by serving a vision greater than any degree of individual gain. Understanding that our own personal alchemy heals everything shifts us to another timeline where things are already healed, essentially, is how that works. Infinite number of quantum timelines, right? This mantra is ideal for enhancing teamwork, transforming family dynamics, and increasing inner peace. I don't know, it seems like the perfect way to bring together like cooperative sides of the scale, right? For Libra, for balance, for fairness, for justice, and more getting accomplished. I like that. In healing and love and, you know, your sacred contracts, helping each other heal. It sounds like it here. So we'll put this together in a little blessimation. It's a blessing and a summation. At the end of that, the reading is over, but I'm going to talk about 25 years of drawing the circle productions because there are some changes being made. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Libra collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers, watching this video drawn to this reading, may we be blessed with all that we need to manifest happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contracts into the physical world. It could be really, really helpful. Like party number 1, embracing their romantic charm and actualizing their potential for power. Because they want to complete the cycle here of fire, and they're at a 2, but that's okay. Better to chew than know when you don't know what to do, but they're thinking about this, and it is emotional, and it's about this romantic connection here, that 2 of Cups attraction. But the soul is calling them inward to find that 9th cup, but something has to be released along the way, and that's okay too, because the soul is saying there's a seismic change in their wisdom on the inside, which could very much be shaking things up on the inside while they consider their foundation. How committed are they to love? And it feels like it could be very, very, very with that 10 of flames. That's really what they want. And may party number 2 be blessed with their ability, the conscious ability of transforming base motives, like do me, I'm gonna do you, transforming those motives and goals into golden wisdom. And really with that Queen of Cups, Scorpio in their mind, that doesn't shock me if that is exactly what this is. But that they may really at least see what their emotional options are, that the clouds part a little bit so they can choose one of these cups to move forward on. But in the meantime, they are analyzing, they're taking the information. They perhaps have seen love from both sides now with that 2 of Swords, lower 3 chakras, and they're probably not talking about it, but they're feeling it. They're feeling it big time, very, very deeply here, very 2nd chakra. I could feel it in my own. And of course, in their element of water, help them make the right choices, maybe even moment by moment, to take the call to the hero's journey. With the soul certainly saying, just let them know. Just send them a message. A little something does not have to be overt. Can be a little sign of intention, but as they chew on it and think about it, as they do their alchemy, that can come from inspiration, so they don't got to overthink it. But they can feel it out. Lower 3 chakra dynamic, how this feels. But all in all, most important, help them be authentic to who they are. Because they're being asked to be real and true, pertaining to who they are and how they feel. And in that, they can really create some cooperation here. Because more gets accomplished when each of them has a role to fulfill, and they are finding that role. They are chewing on that role. A Kaiser roll, an onion roll, they're chewing on it, they're doing it, and they are in simpatico, and they are mirroring each other. So may they be blessed with all that they can do and all that they can be to heal, to grow, and learn, become the best that they can be, do their alchemy, and manifest the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest romantic soulmate contract they can for their well-being, for the well-being of all of life, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. So it is. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up. Hitting the thumbs up, leaving comments, subscribing, hitting notification bells shifts the algorithm so more Libras and Crosswatchers can find this particular reading, but we don't have them on Patreon. If you sign up on any level on my Patreon platform, you get all of the content there from the moment I started a year and a half ago. It seems longer than that, to the present moment and beyond, as long as you are a subscriber, that you would get the part 2, the extended to this automatically, no matter what level you subscribe on. Plus, you get me every morning, and it's such a hoot. I love doing it over there. So just complete it. Look at the menu. You'll see. Maybe you do it later, but complete it out on Patreon, or do Vimeo. But 25 years ago, just about, I started Drawing the Circle Productions, and I've been charging $100 an hour for spiritual counseling and readings, whether it was a party, individual thing. If I went over the timeline, that was on me. If they wanted to tip me, that was on them. That's why I'm making some changes. I'm upping my prices, but I'm going to do like a little Build-A-Bear thing, where you can say, oh, I want to do a piece of that, and a piece of that, a piece of that, whether it's live or traveling or, Zoom recorded or whatever. We can work all that out. So there is a link in the description box, booking a reading with Mel. That video will be remade, but it explains the whole process. The thing that's changing is the structure of it. So that will be out before May 1st. Anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions, 25 years. So if you book me before May 1st, 2023, even if we book it for after May 1st, you will get the $100 flat rate and all of that. So go check it out. But most importantly, as Venus and Libra, I can feel this reading. I can feel myself on the side. So get that. It's going to take cooperation. It's not all on your shoulders. So while you're either considering your foundation or being authentic to who you are, that is the way through. And I can't wait to see what the clause of the contract is. Jump over to the extended. I'm gonna do that next. So wishing you the very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved scales. Scales! See, I just sang scales. Hail, farewell, I love you, and blessed, blessed be.